Hey everyone, the professor here. I'm going to drop some crude oil analysis for you tonight, Wednesday night, going into London session. So let's get started here. This is going to be an area that we really have to look at right here. And I'm going to go ahead and make this white here. We got to kind of really see how price is going to react in this area. And so we are sitting on the day chart right now, and that area is going to be very, very important moving forward, especially as we kind of move into the drop down analysis, as we drop into the multi time frame analysis. Now, looking at the fib levels on the daily, again, you keep hearing me talk about this over and over, how well we respected that 61.8. Okay, and then we came back down. Now this coming back down here could be a retest of this area, and we're going to look at that on the smaller time frame. So as we drop now down to the 8-hour, this is kind of where we are at. So as I mark up these zones, I want you as well to pause the video if you need to and mark up these areas, because these areas are going to be very important. Now, when you see me draw a white box, that is going to be a strong area on a higher time frame. And when you see me draw the aqua lines, then that's going to be an intermediate zone that was created. Okay, so that's exactly where we came to right in here. And this will make a little bit more sense as we kind of drop down, and I'm going to give you some takeaways as we move forward. So as I'm looking at this on the 8-hour, now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and draw a reverse Fibonacci level from where we took off here to this high point right in here. And again, we just continuously see the magic of the 61.8. We came right down and we had this pull back up. So we're kind of in this little consolidation area right now as we speak. So we're going to drop to the 4-hour. Again, the market just opened an hour and a half ago after the 1-hour closure. And so again, we are looking now at the 4-hour. Okay, and so we need to kind of wait to see what price is going to do. Now, again, based on everything that is going on over in the Middle East and everything that's happening overseas, I am not going to be a seller of crude oil. I would only be a buyer of crude oil. So as I begin to think of my game plan, I'm going to kind of want to look at price coming back down into deep into this strong area of support here. Okay, previous resistance turned into support. And again, as we kind of walk down these time frames here, again, I'm going to kind of make it a little bit clearer here. I'm going to clean everything here, and then I'm going to give you, again, a different perspective from a 1-hour perspective. Okay, from a 1-hour perspective. So as I'm kind of dropping this right in here, again, these are going to be 1-hour zones. So if you want to scalp, which you know that's what we love to do inside the group, then you'll have the opportunity to look at that. And these are kind of the levels that you would want to look for entries, especially for your scalping opportunities. So again, you want to kind of look in this area here, and I'm even going to drop an intermediate zone right at this wick right in here. So these are kind of the areas that you have to work with. Okay, so these will be the areas that you'll be working with if you are trading London session overnight. And again, you want to begin to look for, advantageous areas. And so what we want to do is, first of all, let me drop the 50-day moving average. So again, you can see the 50 days, the area of value, right? If I would be trading this over London session or the next few hours coming up, then what I'm going to do is drop a fib level here to here now. And I'm going to look for that next retracement near the 50. So this is where I would consider the blue light special right between the 61 and the 88. If we can get, and let's make this blue for blue light special, if we can drop price into that box, that in my opinion would be a nice area to take 20 points up here and call it a session. Okay, again, those of you that are in my group or if you see my videos, we talk about the importance of 20 points at a time. Okay, and if you can really focus in on that, you'll be consistent and you'll grow your account. Okay, so again, that is where I would be sitting. Now, price may not reach those lower levels. Any level here, I would not go off the 38. If you want to go a little bit lower, then you can look at the 50 or the 61. Then this could be an area that you can look to scalp your 20 points. This is in my opinion, right, because it's a little bit higher, it might be a little riskier, but you may see a bounce off this area. You might just see price come here and then give you your opportunity for 20, right? So I would tell you that in this position, right, if you were going to take this position, then this should be a smaller lot size, because you do have the chance that price could drop down into this blue light special. And then this here, I would consider a regular lot size based on your account if you want to wait there, because here you're getting a discounted price. And again, in this case, you can definitely just run a stop underneath this wick and keep your stop loss very tight. So it would look something like this. Let's say you're going to get in somewhere in here, right? You would be looking at some type of scenario below the wick and taking this right back up to the zero line. So whether you are getting in here or you are getting in here, the deeper you allow it to go into the 61 to 88, if it reaches, of course, then you get to lower your risk. If you take it a little bit higher, then obviously we're going to increase our risk a little bit more, because you're going to want to keep your stop loss at about the same place. So you'd be going from a 1.5 reward to risk ratio to maybe somewhere of almost 3 to 1, depending on where you want to go. So that would be the scenario for trading crude oil going into the London session, and happy trading.